it is Cassandra, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. And I feel like I say that a lot, but this one's really a little bit different. There's no food, there's no makeup, there's no music, there's no questions. This is kind of a story time, kind of, a little bit, but not quite. I am going to tell you why I didn't upload a video on Monday, which was apparently over there. Monday was over there. Yeah, I didn't upload a video because my weekend was very, very busy. Very busy. On Saturday, my daughter and I had our dance recital. Yes, I performed too. I was in the adult hip-hop class. She was in, she has a lyrical dance class, a tap class, ballet. This year was her first year performing on point. And then she has a lyrical solo that she does. And the studio does 2 shows, one at 11 a.m. and one at 4 p.m. and we were both in both shows. So needless to say, Saturday was shot. It's a whole lot of dance stuff, not much else gets done. Excuse me. But then Sunday is usually the day that I record a lot of videos and I do the laundry and it's like my chore day. Well, on Sunday, my daughter auditioned for The Voice. Yes, The Voice, the TV show with Adam Levine and all those people where they were like, damn, and then the chair turns around. Yeah, she auditioned for that. So, as I have told you before, I think I told you, I live near Philadelphia, so we went to the Philadelphia auditions. We had signed up, she's a minor, so I'm not gonna say her. Most of the time I'm gonna say we, because I have to do all of this stuff too. So we had signed up a couple of months ago and prepared for this for quite a while. So I'm going to tell you a bit about the process of audition, at least the first round auditions for The Voice. So when you sign up on the website, you will get a a musician number, and that's like kind of your ID number. They don't ask for it, you don't need to memorize it. And you're going to pick like what kind of act you are. Are you a soloist? Are you a group? Are you a duo? Excuse me. I didn't know about my throat's all messed up because I want to talk. So yeah, you can put that in, and if you're like a duo or whatever, everybody will get their own ID and stuff. Although we did solo, so I don't know too much about the group auditions. From there, you'll get a chance later on to choose like what genre you usually sing, whether it's like pop or country or whatever. I don't think that really actually matters a whole lot because nobody asked that question. I think it's just kind of a, hey, let's get to know more about you. And then you get a little bit closer to the actual audition date. You download this audition, or what do they call it? Artist Pass. That's what it's called. I'm gonna cough through the whole thing. Excuse me. You download your Artist Pass, and then it has like a little scanny thing, and it's got your artist number and your name and all that kind of stuff on it. And there's also a packet of the legalese for you to sign that says like, yes, you can use my likeness, you can use my voice, you can use all of this if you wish to. Sign your life away, blah blah blah. You won't sue The Voice. And then, let's see, was there anything else in the website part when you sign up? I don't think so. That is also where you'll note whether you're a minor or if you are of age. If you are a minor, you need to have an adult with you, whether it's your parent or guardian. Or you could have a friend go with you, but if you do that, then on the legalese paperwork, you need both of your parents to sign it and get it notarized if they're not going to be with you. And you need to have some form of identification. No, your school ID is not good enough. If you're going to use your school ID, you need to have like a birth certificate or your social security card. I had gone and got my daughter a state ID, which kind of looks like a driver's license, but Very much says on it that she's under 16, she's under 18, under 21, all of that stuff. So it's just a state ID that tells you like, this is who I am, blah, 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 picture. It looks just like a driver's license. So that was good enough for us. We didn't need any other ID. Well, I needed my ID, my driver's license. And so once you've signed up online and you've downloaded your artist pass and all that stuff, and you have all of your paperwork together, you on your artist pass you'll have what time you need to be there, and our time was 3 o'clock. Since we had recital the day before, we had signed up for a later time slot. The time slot was either 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. So we had signed up for a 2 p.m. time slot, and they assign you a time within that time slot. So we needed to be there by 3 o'clock. We got there at 2:30. And then you just need to like be there. So down to the be there part. Be prepared to wait in line forever. It's lines upon lines upon lines of people. So the first thing that we did before we actually, this was at the Philadelphia Convention Center? The Pennsylvania Convention Center? I don't know what it's called. It's the big convention center in Philadelphia. And so before we even got in, we had to go through security where we had to show our IDs. She, for some reason, had to hold the paperwork. It wasn't good enough for me to hold it. Sure. And then security, round 1, pushes us through. And then you go into the next room where security round 2 checks your information again, but they check it a little more closely in that they're looking at your pictures to make sure that's you, the name on your artist pass, your parents' identification to make sure that you are who you are. And then they pass you to the next one. The next security is if you have a bag, that's your bag check. And they stamp your hand that you have passed that security check. Sure. And then you go to the information desk. If you follow me on Instagram, you did see the sign for the voice information. That's where we were at. And once you get up to the desk, the information desk is where they check over your packet to make sure that you've signed all the appropriate legal papers, that that again, they check your IDs again to make sure everything matches up, your name on your artist pass, the picture on your ID, the whole thing that they make. And this is where they give you wristbands for at least hours. It was blue wristbands for the artists, and then if you were a minor, both the minor and the parent got yellow wristbands. So my daughter had to wear 2 wristbands, a blue one and a yellow one. I only had to wear a yellow one. And then, boom, the people scan your little scanny thing, and you go and you sit in a chair for a while. Now, this part all depends on like how far they've gotten through the line and how early you got there, kind of thing. And they'll take a couple of rows of people in to go stand in another line. But at this part, this is basically, for those of you who don't know terminology, this is called a cattle call audition, and this is kind of why you're treated like cattle. Basically, you sit in this giant room. I mean, it's a convention center, so it's one of the big, like, ballroom kind of things. And you just sit there for a while, and you can talk to your neighbors if you want to. There was a guy going around with a microphone that was having some people singing, which kind of was a little intimidating a bit. Excuse me. See, this is why I don't audition for The Voice, because my throat sucks. And then eventually it gets to be your turn, and you get to go into the next line, which is basically taking you through some more hallways. Eventually, at the end of the waiting line is, since this was a convention center, you go into a breakout room. Before you go into the breakout room, There's a handler that cuts off all your bracelets so that you can't try to come back around. You only get one try. They take all your paperwork so that they can give them to the producer, and they herd you into the breakout room. In the breakout room, the artists are separated from the adults. The adults go sit in the back of the room while the artists go and sit in the front towards the producers. And then one by one, they get 45 seconds to sing for the producer. Yes, yes, all of that practice. They tell you to prepare 2 songs. The rules tell you to prepare 2 songs for you to sing a cappella. No music. If you play the guitar, you can't bring it. If you play, I don't know, the keyboard, can't bring it. No, it's just you singing a cappella. However, you don't get to sing 2 songs. You get to sing 45 seconds of a song. Although I will say, one of the girls in our group of auditioners was asked to sing a second song, and which was funny because she actually kind of choked on it a little bit. She didn't have something ready right there. It took her a minute to think of something to sing. And then after everybody in the group is gone, the producer will say whether or not anybody has made it to callbacks, which would be the next round, but nobody in our group did. So at that point you are dismissed and you can go along on your merry way home. So, all in all, we were there for approximately 2.5 to 3 hours for the whole process. We showed up at about 2:30, somewhere in there, and we left shortly after 5 o'clock. So about 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah, like it was a thing. So, things that I have learned from doing, well, from being at a voice audition. I didn't audition myself, but here are some hints if you decide to audition. 1, bring water. Our place did have like a refreshment bar, but we had brought snacks and drinks, so we didn't go there, but I can imagine that they're going to be expensive. So, bring a water, whether it's a water bottle that you want to refill, or just like some, you know, bottled water that you bought from your local convenience store. I'm in Philadelphia, so we had a Wawa, which is the best thing ever. Bring water. 2, bring snacks. Now, as this is a singing audition, stay away from snacks that contain dairy. Stay away from like sharp snacks like chips or things like that. You don't want anything that's going to hurt your chances of singing. And dairy is going to make you all phlegmy and make you sound like me, where I cough all the time. Gross. And chips can have sharp edges that will also cut your throat area. You maybe, like my daughter we had a Cliff Bar. So she ate one of those while we were there, a protein bar. And we had taken some like beef jerky, because when you want something that has protein in it but not something that's going to make you gross. Nuts might be a good idea. Seeds like sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, cashews, something like that. And again, as long as you have water, you should be pretty good with those kind of things. Make sure you get enough sleep the night before. You're going to be there a long time. Don't think that just because your time says 3 o'clock that you're going in at 3 o'clock, because you are not. There are going to be a ton of people there. A ton. More people than you think. So be prepared to wait. And wait. And wait. That's what you're going to do. As that, make sure that your phone is charged, because up until the last hallway, you're allowed to be on your phone, so you don't want to get bored. However, once you get to a certain point in the line of the, I don't want to say process, but the last line that you're in, you have to put your phone away. You have to turn it off and put it away, because they don't want you recording in the producer's room during the actual audition. So If they find out that you have your phone on or that you have your phone out, they will kick you out. So yes, make sure that your phone is charged, but be prepared to put it away when they ask you to. What else? Make sure that you are very well prepared to sing, and make sure that you have your 2 songs ready. When the producer asks you to sing a second song, if they do, because they didn't ask everybody, but if they ask you to sing a second song, make sure it's right there. The girl in our audition was kind of like, and that can look really, really bad. You want to be on the spot. So sing your song. If they ask you to sing something else, bam, have it right there ready to go. Make sure that you're singing a song that is in your vocal range. Keep the idea that you're going to be nervous. So maybe don't sing that song that's all extra with the and maybe keep it down a range a little bit, so you're singing more like in the middle of your range, not the high, not the low, like where you're going to be very confident in your tone. And as always, be polite. Be polite to everybody. They have been there forever, and they have dealt with a lot of people, and probably a lot of really crappy people. So make sure you thank the people that are there helping you. See if they need anything. Be generous. Be nice. And oh, my biggest piece of advice. So as I have said, if you are of age, if you are over the age of 18, you are not allowed to have a family member or a friend or anybody come into the audition area with, not even the audition area, the building with you. They actually have to stand outside by the exit. So if you can at all avoid it, like, don't bring anybody with you that isn't auditioning, because like I said, we were there for like 2.5 hours, and one of the girls in our group, her boyfriend sat outside in the city of Philadelphia waiting for her to come out for 2.5 hours. Like, that's, you don't do that to your friends. That's a crappy friend. Don't do that. Or if you are going to do that, tell them, don't tell them to wait for you. Tell them to like go see the sights. Go find something else that they want to do. Tell them there's going to be at least a couple of hours. Like, there's 4 audition cities this year, and I'm pretty sure all of them have some pretty good sights. So like, go see something. Go catch a burger or something like that. Go do something. Don't just stand there for 2.5 hours. That's ridiculous. It also falls into the be nice. Be nice to your friends. Don't make them wait outside in the heat for you. I think that covers everything. I don't know. Do you have any questions? I can try to answer them for you as best as I can. Leave me your questions down in the comment. If you don't want to leave them in the comments, feel free to hit me up on Twitter. I'm Cassandra Morgan. Over on Instagram, Dear Cassandra Morgan, or even on Facebook, Dear Cassandra Morgan there too. I will be more than happy to answer anything that I can. Again, I only have a limited amount of knowledge because we didn't make it past the first round, and there is definitely at least 2 or 3 more rounds before you actually get to like the celebrity judges. So, I think that's everything. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see all of my videos. Hit me up over on Patreon because I have got some awesome rewards. I know you want stuff. You like stuff. Go check it out. The link's down in the bottom and at the end card over there. It's over there with Monday. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.